sister of murdered teen furious over laws protecting her killer since his release from jail a decade ago, and his name has remained confidential despite approaching a 15-year-old girl and breaching his parole. Family members of a girl who was murdered in 1991 have spoken out against laws put in place for those on the NSW Child Protection Register. Statistics have shown that the number of child predators who've breached the conditions of the NSW Child Protection Register have almost doubled since 2013. The number of breaches has risen from 170 in 2013 to 361 in 2017. There are strict laws in place which protect the identities of those on the register even if they breach the conditions or reoffend. The statistics were released by the Daily Telegraph, which showed the course of action favored by the courts is to impose bond without supervision, which was given to a total of 107 offenders. The Daily Telegraph spoke to Erin Bradley and her family, who suffered a tragic loss when Ms. Bradley's older sister Lee Bradley was murdered in 1991. Her killer is protected under the NSW Child Protection Register. Her killer is on the register, and has been since his release from prison in 2008. Since then he has twice breached his conditions by making contact with a 15-year-old girl and joining social media without permission. It's disgusting that as victims of crime we don't have anyone looking out for our safety in the community, but his identity is protected by law, Ms. Bradley said. If he moved to my suburb we would not be told. Lee Bradley was just 17 years old when she was murdered in 1991. She was last seen at Bankstown Square inches Sydney's west. The Daily Telegraph attempted to contact Lee Bradley's killer, who has been living in Wagga Wagga since 2014, but he refused to comment. After police had learned of his breaches, a magistrate imposed a 12-month good behavior bond on the man. Under the Child Protection Register, anyone convicted of a nominated or violent offense against a child will have to register at the closest police station to where they live within 28 days of sentencing, release or relocation. They are then required to keep police up to date with a number of details including travel plans, personal information, with a minimum of 8 years on the register if they are an adult. State member for Bankstown Ms. Tanya Mihailuk spoke out against the register and said the government needed to address clear inefficiencies. This government has to deal with the systemic problems that exist in a very dysfunctional child protection system, she said. It's very clear the coroner has said that this government must address urgently the inadequacy of resources provided to care in New South Wales.